Today's public safety announcement from RATTLECAN Guitar Restorations is all about ear defenders. If you are doing prolonged, high decibel operations, wear ear protection, put your ego to the side, and just put the foam plugs in, put the ear defenders on. I have lost the majority of my hearing because of protracted high decibel operations from both music and, shall we say, the sound of freedom. And it's no fun. Wear your hearing protection. Good morning, sunshines. Today's going to be fun with a capital PH. This is the PRAIRIE Lazarus 12 string, and we're going to cut the top of it off today. I'm going to route a channel inside the binding, hopefully tearing this whole thing off here, so that way we can lift the soundboard out, have the binding and the purfling remain intact, and hopefully only channel down far enough to where we get into the kerfing strips. Those are those little blocks of wood on the inside that hold the soundboard up and attach it to the sides. It's going to be an adventure. This is what I've had to do. I have no idea if this is even going to show up or not. This is a circular guide for this Dremel on a router attachment, and what I've had to do is to cut away about 80% of the guide, so when I put it down it will track along the side of the guitar, keeping me away from this binding and purfling here, and cutting out really close to it, because the goal is to get a nice channel so that when we make the replacement soundboard, it will just fit in there nice and neat, and be fairly easy to replace. Dremel makes all kinds of nifty cool tools to route on the outside edge of a piece of wood. I have not been able to find anything where they make it where you can route inside of an edge, so that's kind of what we've come up with, and we'll see. Just another adventure, so hold tight. This could be pretty disastrous. Alright, well, I see this wiggling as I'm moving. It will kick back and the whole thing's going to flex. This thing right here, it flexes. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to readjust it so that this is further up into the collet, and that way it doesn't flex so much, because when it jumps like that, you can see right there I'm going through the black band on my binding here, and I don't want to do that, so stand by. Alright, I'm not sure which genius has designed this, but if you'll notice, to keep the Dremel in this router base, if you need to tighten or loosen the collet, you have to have a finger the size of a small child to depress this. Now, I'm glad that they gave me a access port, but to actually utilize it, I'm obviously going to have to find a 10 or 11-year-old child shop monkey to do nothing but hold that when I need to change pieces out of the collet. So, grr arg on that design element. Alright, sports fans, there we go. Routed out all the way around. I'm going to guess that my problem with that chirping was that I was trying to take out too much at a time. It's not much, but apparently it was enough to make it throw a fit. So, lesson learned. I've gone in some places through the white part of the binding into the black part. So what we may end up doing is sanding out that white ring, getting to the black ring, and then we will have a 4-layer binding instead of a 5-layer binding. So now the task is to get these braces undone. There's 2 of them. And start cleaning all this up. So stand by for that. Alrighty, here we go. Ta-da! There's your bracing on the back that we'll get to recreate. And then there is the bracing on the inside. We'll have to remove these 2 pieces off of here. Clean up the edge. Get a better view of this broken brace here. This one's just come undone. So there's at least 1. This one's undone here. 2, because this one has a crack right there. So we've got to make at least 2 braces and a new soundboard. So sweet. Okay, we got the top off. This is cleaned up a little bit. There's still a little bit of work left here to do. Let's look at braces here, and we'll talk a little bit about what we have. So let's flip this over like this. This is a pretty crappy job. There is a little bit of relief here, but other than that, I mean, it's not sanded, it's rough sawn. It's at least it's quarter sawn, so we got that going for us. I want you to see the gaps here. Can you see what I'm talking about? Yeah, they're not even, I mean, they're not even loosely put together. I mean, I could put a pencil in there on how loose that gap is. And it's kind of it's an interesting brace pattern, because I've been looking at brace patterns all afternoon. These brace patterns, and I don't even see this one anywhere. So I don't know if that's indicative that this bracing pattern is just really unique, or if it just was so
mediocre that it just never caught on. Because if you just look up bracing patterns in both classical and steel string guitars, they don't look like this at all. This is called ladder bracing because it looks, like a ladder, as opposed to cross bracing or fan bracing or radial bracing or any of the myriad numbers of bracing patterns that there are out there. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. So you know what to do. Do I replicate this pattern and just do it better? Scallop the braces, you know, all the way to here. Scallop and narrow all that out. Same here. Same here. And then this way as well. Do I do that with the new top? The benefit is if I do that with the new top, then I can use the existing brace lines here, brace holes, cutouts, whatever you want to call them here. Yeah, well, isn't that a bucket of something? And then the other thing is, do I attempt to repair this? Which, pretty sure the answer is negative, chili pie, because, let's see, look at that. That is a big, that's a big popping out there. And then this is a big popping out there. So my guess as to what I'll do is I will remove these one at a time, craft a new one, and then replace it and put it back in, attempting to replicate the belly, this curve that's on the back. And if I replicate this brace close enough to form, then it should be fairly straightforward. Yeah, that's where we're at as far as bracing. So now we're going to finish cleaning this up, and then we're going to start cleaning up the little leftover wood that we've got here, and then sanding down through the white part of the binding down into the black part so that I have a consistent edge all the way around. And then it's going to be ordering a new soundboard, probably a, I don't know, cedar or spruce, one of the two. And then new braces, because I think that one's just too far gone. I really do. I don't see, and there is, see, that one's cracked. Can we see that right there? We're cracked on that one. Everything else is intact, but it's just crap. And you know, if I'm gonna do crap, I'm gonna do my own crap, not somebody else's crap. Capiche? All right, so that's where we're at. So the Lazarus is coming along. So stay tuned. All right, let's do a test.
Wear your mask and your personal protective equipment. And plug your stuff in. All right. Let's do that again, because that was kind of fun.